What's up, guys? Here with another opinion video, I guess. First few weeks we were out here driving in my my trainer's truck. We've had a governor on there the whole time, but we just now got the Mobileye fixed, which I think the Mobileye is an annoying piece of crap. I just want to kind of cover on my opinions on the governor, the Mobileye, and just a little bit of road rage in general. For the first few weeks driving, I was doing fine. Won't really get mad at people or nothing like that. But then we got this Mobileye fixed, and it'll beep at you when you cross the lines. It's supposed to help you wake up and let you know you're crossing over the lines. And if you don't have your blinker on, it'll beep if you're crossing the lines. And that's kind of annoying, because I mean, you're going through construction areas. There's lines all over the place. It'll start beeping like crazy. It beeps when you're going over the speed limit, but just like the GPS, which I'm gonna have to make a video on the GPS and how I feel about that later, but just like the GPS, it doesn't always know what the fucking speed limit is. So it'll say you're going over the speed limit when you're going 65 and a 75, and clearly you're not going over the speed limit. It's just beeping and going annoying for that. And then if you get too close to the car in front of you, it'll start beeping. I'm real good about keeping a good following distance. I do that anyway when I'm normally driving. I've always done that. I stay way back because I know that people are stupid as hell, and I want to be able to avoid things if I can. Especially now that I'm in a big ass truck, you got a long stopping distance, man. If somebody slams on their brakes, you're gonna run them over and kill everybody. And if you're following too close, it's your fault. But if you're one of these people who like to pull right out in front of me when I'm driving and the other trucks, then it's your fault for at least a little while. I got some time I got to back off of you and get back behind you. But the Mobileye, man, it'll start beeping as soon as people pull out in front of you. And then people pull out, they'll pass you, they'll pull out in front of you, and then they'll slow down. And that's just pissing me off a lot more than it did before. Before, it was kind of like, whatever, you know, I'll slow down or whatever. Now this thing's beeping at me too, so I'm already mad, but I'm ignoring it from what people are doing. But now this thing's beeping at me. So I don't think that's really I don't think it's really a good thing there. I mean, I understand why they have it, but it hasn't really helped me be safer personally. I'm sure some people it helps a lot, but for me, it's pissing me off. I'm already kind of mad at some of these people for what they're doing, but then they pull out in front of me, slow down. Now I got to slow down for that. And then the governor, I'm fine with the governor being governed at 65. I think it's safe that way. It's a good safe speed. I don't feel very safe going a little faster than that sometimes. One of my friends that was doing over the road, he already said he was in an owner-operator truck that wasn't governed. He was like, man, going 80 in this big truck is scary as hell, man. I'd rather have it governed. And I'm sure eventually I'll change my opinion on that. Like when I'm going on a road that's 80 and I'm going 65, I hate being in people's way, man. I just don't like that. When it's 70 or 75 and I'm going 65, it's kind of, I'm not too bad about it. A lot of these roads are 2 lanes and you can just go by me, so it's fine. But then the biggest problem with the governor and the Mobileye adds to it, it's another of those things that just pisses me off worse, is when somebody else is governed a little bit slower than me, or people will drive and they'll be speeding, but when they get out by themselves, they'll stop speeding and they'll slow down and they'll slowly slow down. I've done that before myself. I'm guilty of it too. A lot of this stuff happens out here. I'm guilty of doing it in the past. But you'll slow down, and then when I try to pass you, they'll speed up. But I'm governed, so I can't go fast enough to pass you. I have to go back behind you again. So they slow back down. It starts beeping. I go around to pass them. They see me passing them. They remember to speed up. Now I got to go back behind them again. It starts beeping when they slow down. It gets aggravating as hell. When there's someone else that's governed, or if they're governed the same as me and it's just modified a little different, so I'm catching them. I'll see people sometimes ahead of me and I'm slowly catching them. I know what's about to happen. I'll slowly catch up to them, and then the thing starts beeping. So now I've got to either slow down into what they're going, or I got to get in the other lane. If there's a bunch of traffic behind me, I don't want to block them, because I know that passing that guy is going to take a long time. Now, when I see people doing this, when I'm driving in the lane, someone's coming around me, and I see them, I'm calling it a slow speed chase is what I've been calling it, when I see that slow speed chase coming, he's just barely coming up along behind me, I slow down and let him go by me just to not block traffic. I know he's going faster than me, so he can get ahead of me. That's fine. I don't care. I'll slow down for a second. He goes by me, gets over. We're good to go. Some of these fucking assholes out here will just keep going at 64.5 or 64, 63 or whatever they're going. And I come up beside them and it's just this slow crawling chase. Sometimes it'll go for 30 miles, man. I'm blocking traffic. I've seen traffic get backed up for half a mile. I'm not going to slow down and get back behind him and then have to do it again somewhere. Once I start going for it, I'm going for it. Just people behind me, it's his fucking fault. I don't care. I'm going around him. I mean, I'm not gaining that much miles per hour by going around him. I could just slow down if I have to, but it's just annoying when you're already governed in a 65. You're going on a 75 mile per hour road. I'm already going slow enough, and then I come up on some idiot only going 63 or 64. I'm gonna go around him. But if any of you other truckers out there watching this, you need to fucking stop and let people pass you if you're going slower than them. If they're going fast enough to go by you, man, screw it, keep going. When you see someone just barely passing you, they're clearly going faster than you, all you got to do is let off your fucking hit your brake, come off the speed control for a second there, let us by, we get back in front of you, and then get back on it. Now, if you're one of those people that goes by the slow truck, don't fucking slow down and go slower when you get in front of us. I've had that happen too. People come right by me, pull over in front of me, and now they're going slower than me for some reason. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Maybe it's because, like me, when I'm not using the speed control, I'll be going 65 maxed out, and then all of a sudden I'll realize I'm cruising along at 50 or 55 because I'm not using the speed control. So I've slowed down a little. Just like I said earlier, I do the same thing. You get out there by yourself, you're not following people, and you don't realize that you're slowing down. The fucking bugs out here. I have to go jump back in the pool, but yeah, it's just one of those little things that bother me. Really, the governor doesn't bother me too much, and I understand the mobilized purpose, but added to other things, it just pisses me off. I've got some more road rage issues out there that I've had. Not real bad. I've already ranted about the people merging, and that is pissing me off still really bad. People take advantage of these trucks. They'll see a truck there and they will drive all the way up there because they know that when you start going, that line's going to gap up because you got a slow start. So they'll come out of the line, pull way forward, and try to get in front of you. And I had someone the other day try to wreck into me just to get in front of me. I wasn't letting them in, and they just kept nudging in there, trying to, like, man, I don't know whose fault it is in that, but I'm not going to let my record get messed up just for one asshole. But I've already started doing what I did before. I'll ride the middle line and block people. I see other trucks doing it now too. Once we get to that merge area, I'm going in the middle line, I'm blocking you. If there's another lane over there you can drive around me, there's nothing I can do about it at first, but it's state law for you to stop and merge as soon as you see the merging is happening. So you're breaking the law by driving around me, even if I'm blocking the road like that. So I'm not too worried about doing that. But yeah, I'll have another road rage video eventually. I need to gather my thoughts on how to say some stuff about some of these people, and I've already kind of narrowed in on what I already knew about certain types of drivers out there, and especially what their vehicle of choice is, and I'm going to make a video about that eventually. I don't want to piss a bunch of people off right away, but I'm going to try to find a way to talk about that a little better than just calling them assholes and douchebags like they really are, because I know a whole bunch of people. Yeah, we'll get to that later. For now, I'm sweating, bugs are biting me, pool's open. I'll see y'all later.